Hey everybody, welcome to Movie Mavens, home of the Spicy Double Feature. I'm Carson Green.
And I'm Annie Janes. This week's Spicy Dub is Lisa Frankenstein and Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, I didn't realize that both of them are names. Like both the titles.
Oh, true. And last name of what they are, first name.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. The connection.
Well, Lisa Frankenstein is trying to be Edward Scissorhands in a way, the movie. There is a monster boyfriend / love interest who is a fish out of water to our world.
Set in the 80s.
Although Edward Scissorhands, to me, I can't tell when it's set. Because they have like ambrosia.
Yeah.
They like have the like housewife thing going on, but it is also very 80s at the same time. That's one of the things I like about it.
Yeah.
But let's start with Lisa Frankenstein.
You're him? I can't believe you're here. Do you like music? I have the cure. Oh, not that kind of cure. They can't make you better. I mean, they can, but like emotionally. No, don't cry. Your tears smell so bad.
Okay, Annie, please hit me with some facts.
This movie came out February 9th, 2024. It was written by Diablo Cody of Juno and Tully. She wrote those. It was directed by Zelda Williams of Robin Williams. It's starring Catherine Newton and Cole Sprouse. It has a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. Here's the description from IMDb. A coming-of-rage love story, about a teenager and her crush who happens to be a corpse. After a set of horrific circumstances bring him back to life, the two embark on a journey to find love, happiness, and a few missing body parts.
Before I dive in, Annie, I would like I know you just read the premise, but if you could, in your own words, give us just one sentence of what this movie is about.
Gosh, the word about is too big here. I think in the simplest, it's about a girl who is looking for love in all the wrong places. And the right place was involves killing people to put her love interest back together to make him whole. Ugh.
Okay,
don't put me on the spot like that ever again. No, just kidding. It's the movie's fault. It's not my fault.
Correct. Yeah, it is the movie's fault. It's not your fault. This movie has it's just a full identity crisis. What the fuck is this movie? What is it? Please. Oh, someone is very upset honking their horn outside. Sorry if you hear that. I knew that this movie was going to let me down within moments of it starting. Moments. It's crazy to me that Diablo Cody wrote this because in the past she has offered us structure. She has offered us narrative insofar as like we're going from point A to point B. Oh, C and D happen that derail us, but we're going to get back to B. She knows how to write narrative structure. I know that. This movie does not have it. We are not given really any, we're not given a lot of rules. We're also not given any goals or objectives. We're just getting to know these characters, but for what?
And I don't know that I even know the main character. I cannot make sense of her.
Yeah.
Is she she's an outcast, but was she an outcast? And she went through this crazy trauma, but also the first time it happens again, she falls in love with the guy. So I don't, right. I don't know that I blame Diablo Cody though, because I mean, yes, the story, when you ask me to summarize it, I'm I can't. give you a single
Right.
sentence what it's about, because it's kind of like meanders through a bunch of different things that it's about. It kind of goes Heathers, it kind of goes Edward Scissorhands, it's just trying to be a lot of things. I'm going to blame Zelda on this one, because it wasn't funny either.
No.
And Diablo Cody is known for that. And I could hear the jokes, but they just were played horribly. I think they were directed poorly and they were edited poorly, because the amount of times we would just like linger
Yeah.
on a moment that should have been like joke cut. Like, editing is a part of the comedy, and it's clear to me that whoever edited this, or Zelda, again, it could be her fault because she is the director ultimately, couldn't handle the task.
Yeah. I take issue with like really big things in the movie. Like, okay, it's called Lisa Frankenstein, but like she doesn't do any Frankensteining. All she does is drugs. And then there's a lightning storm. She sews body parts on him, but she didn't bring him back to life. She didn't like create this monster. It's a very odd movie. Like, I think it just suffers so much from like, what are you trying to be and what are you trying to communicate to us? And let me be so perfectly frank and honest. Our two main characters, Lisa and Frankenstein, are just like, they don't have any chemistry. It's like zero chemistry. Also, neither one of them are particularly very good. At least not good enough to carry the narrative.
Right. And so much of this movie is like these two bouncing off of each other, except one of them cannot speak because he's like a corpse. And that gets old so fast. Like his just like inability to speak. Okay, let's talk about physical comedy. Like his walk and his physical character, so bad compared to like Bella Baxter even, or Edward Scissorhands, who also has a physical performance. It was like grating.
I think I would have been on board if from the jump we were like, we knew that the character wanted to lose her virginity. That was the goal of the movie. She wanted to lose her virginity. She wanted to fall in love. We weren't given something to hold on to and run with for the whole duration of the movie.
That's so true. And that, even if that was the goal, it would have made scenes that are already in this movie better. Like the scene where they barge into who she thinks she has a crush on. That was actually great, that her friend or her sister, stepsister, has betrayed her and is sleeping with the crush that she knows she has. But Frankenstein is like, let me cut this guy's dick off because I need one. All of that would have been so much better if like the goal of the movie was this girl needs to get laid.
Yeah.
But it didn't really have a goal. And then like she really wanted the guy that was buried there. She seemingly was in love with this guy. I just couldn't even tell what she wanted half the time.
Also, it's interesting that you bring up that scene about the guy that she has a crush on and her stepsister. Her stepsister was genuinely such a nice person. Like, that character was so kind and like really honest and forgiving, and I just don't believe that character would betray her stepsister in that way. Like, it was just so unbelievable. There was almost nothing about this movie was like, oh yeah, that tracks.
Right. And it could have just pushed its way into that space and gone full like out of the box, really campy. Like when the stepmother dies, I like didn't think she died at first because I didn't know that was what the movie was going to be. But then like it never continued down the path of, I just killed my stepmom. Like, that sounds like really fascinating and would have some really cool consequences, but it like doesn't really explore that either. And honestly, for a while, the stepmom was the villain of the whole movie.
I found that also so hard to believe because her daughter was so nice. And like, I just don't Like, it was so hard to believe that there were two opposing characters in that way, because in that dynamic, mother and daughter would agree, they would stand on a united front, and like with a stepdaughter. I just like, it was so there was just so much about this that was genuinely very difficult to be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I just want to briefly touch on, I feel like because this movie is set in the 80s, it gave itself permission to have bad politics about women and their body autonomy and like interpersonal relationships. I feel like it really wanted to have this cattiness, and it really wanted to pit women against each other, and I just like, that's not funny. I don't know. It's like, I'm so far over that dynamic, and I think it set itself up to use that as a crutch.
Interesting. I just, to me, I'm like, it just doesn't do anything enough. Like,
yeah.
You talking about that, I'm like, I wish it would have done that more. It would have at least been anything, but it just feels like it's just like rotating between 20 different ideas and being pulled slightly in each direction, but never in one.
Yeah.
There was a few things that I'll say I liked about it. Just to be nice. There's like the dream sequence that's in black and white.
Oh, I loved that. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands had a very similar sequence.
True. And one part did make me laugh when the stepsister is like describing the mother who's dead to the police, like what she looks like. That, by the way, that stepsister, she never made me laugh. I thought she was a bad actress for most of the movie.
Yeah.
But this part made me LOL, and it's when she's like talking on the phone describing the mother, and we don't hear the other side of the conversation, just hers. And she's just like, yeah, she's a bitch. Like, as an answer to a question.
Yeah.
Oh, that really made me laugh. That was good.
Yeah. You know what else? I really enjoyed this set, the living room and the dining room, just that the family's house. I really liked that. It was so bright and vibrant.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't quirky enough. It wasn't gory enough. It wasn't sexy enough. It wasn't anything enough.
Yeah. Is this PG-13?
It is, yeah.
It feels like a very adult PG-13, but for no good reason.
Yeah, it feels kind of like restrained by that PG-13.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what this could have been if it was an R movie, but are you ready to give it a score?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, honestly, I want to say 1. Like, literally 1 out of 10. It was just so, like, let me tell you how badly. Okay, Annie, I have never, not once, probably in the last, 10 years, have I ever pulled out my phone in a movie. But I checked the time twice during this movie. Mm-hmm.
You were over it, dude.
So bad.
I checked the time twice as well, but I'll check it on my little watch that I have.
Oh.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah.
Maybe
generous.
A 3, dude. Maybe 3. No, I'll give it a 4.
It's so bad.
It's rough. Anything under 5,
fire.
I'm like, I don't know. What's the difference between a 2 and a 3 and a 3 and a 4? So, Movie Maven score will be a 2.5.
Yeah, that tracks. That sounds right. All right, well, let's move on to a markedly better movie, Edward Scissorhands. Annie, would you please hit me with some facts?
This movie came out in 1990. It was directed by Tim Burton, starring Johnny Depp and Winona Ryder. It has an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. Here's the description from IMDb. The solitary life of an artificial man, one who was intricately constructed and has scissors for hands, is upended when he is taken in by a suburban family. When's the last time you watched this?
It's been a number of years, but you watched it recently, right?
I watched this in like September of last year, so very recently. I'm not one to rewatch movies often.
Yeah.
So this was very close for me, which was a fun experiment.
Yeah. Yeah, that is interesting. I remembered it being, I remember liking it. I didn't remember if it was good. I just remember that it I had a good time watching it and I liked the feeling that it gave me. But actually, this is a good movie. It's like a really sweet and charming and funny and quirky, just like really beautifully acted. I feel like the whole cast was like, oh my God, Johnny Depp as Edward Scissorhands was so good. Peggy, the mom, I loved every single line that she had was mint. Like I loved everything that character had to say. And I was surprised by how good of a movie it is, especially coming off the heels of Lisa Frankenstein.
This movie is amazing. It actually is. And I do like, it's fun returning to movies that we saw in our childhood and asking the question, is this actually good? Or did I just like it because I was a child?
Yeah.
No, this one is good. It is legitimately so good. And here's something I noticed on this watch through.
Okay.
I think this movie is like secretly has a very low budget. Or it's
I don't think it's a
very
secret.
scrappy. Because like when Peggy, that's the mom's character's name.
Yeah.
When she goes into the mansion at the beginning, the mansion is completely empty. In fact, the walls are like unfinished. They're just like gray concrete. They have no detailing. There's no molding on the bottom of the floor.
Yeah.
There's no like detail whatsoever. It's just a big empty castle. And you know what? It doesn't matter because Tim Burton is like, it's fine because we'll shoot it in this interesting way. We just need a cool staircase. It's fine. And I love seeing like him get creative on a budget because as we know, he eventually has no budget as his career goes on. So it's really fun to see this early Burton stuff. And I just I don't know. I just was so inspired by so many decisions in this movie. Like having giant furniture in the opening scene for literally, we don't know why, but I fucking love it. I love that it's big. And all the houses are going to be a single color in this pastel color palette.
Yeah, that was so Simpsons.
I loved it. I loved that,
Yeah,
dude.
me too. Yeah.
But yeah, comparing this to Lisa Frankenstein, like I infinitely care about everyone more.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
The mom is involved. The daughter's involved. The daughter also has a boyfriend. Like, I don't know, dude. It just was so much better.
Yeah. Okay. I think the difference here is that the monster in this movie is being saved. We're saving this monster from being alone, doom and despair up in that haunted castle. We're saving him. In Lisa Frankenstein, we have no idea why that monster's there. No clue. We don't know where it came from, how it got there. No idea why it's there. Edward Scissorhands is there to be saved and to be integrated into society. That's why we have him. That's why he comes to live with Peggy and her family. And that's just like already an infinitely better premise. Yes.
It's just a bonus that him and Winona Ryder's character like have a connection.
That honestly felt kind of forced to me. I don't know. I didn't really get that. I guess maybe I got that like her boyfriend sucked and she was like looking for a way out of it and then Edward was just kind of there. That's how that read to me.
I don't know. I think I tried to embody like watching this back in the day and as a kid, I would have been like, fuck yeah. These two.
Yes.
So I was trying to embody that because that's kind of what it's going for.
Yeah.
But no, that is a very fair criticism. I think, you know what moment I love is when after they like rob her boyfriend's house.
Oh my God. I know what you're going to say. I love this moment. Go on.
When Winona's like, why did like you're, I don't know what she says. She's like, I just can't imagine how you feel now that you know whose house it was. And he's like, oh, I knew whose house it was. And she said, well, then why did you do it? And he's like, because you asked me to.
Oh my God, I melted.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit that really works for me. When later when she's like, hold me, and he says, I can't, that works for me too. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And it's not,
I
think because they're not forcing anything. Like they don't kiss. They don't.
Yeah.
They just share a connection. And
yeah. Like
her dancing in the snow off of his ice sculpture. My God.
Yeah.
Absolutely adore that.
You know, Edward Scissorhands is just a wholly adorable and likable creature. Like he's just so innocent and sweet, and like his physical performance of him just like running really quickly or like walking really quickly and like looking concerned and his hair like blowing in the wind, like it just, and him like holding the scissor hands like out in front of him as to not touch anything. Like he's just really, really likable and like just very, very adorable. I loved this character.
Dude, even on like a simple level of the way that this works and Lisa Frankenstein doesn't, like I could not even see Cole Sprouse's face for half the movie.
Right.
And it's like that is probably a lot of it. Whereas in this movie, we are in his face. As soon as we meet him, we're up in his face. And the comedy is so much better here. When he first puts on his outfit, his like normal outfit, and he puts the suspenders on and he goes to like do the classic pop them, and he immediately cuts them, and then the camera cuts as soon as that happens. Like, and I'm noticing this more after watching Lisa Frankenstein, but it just, I don't know, it just works on so many levels.
It really does. I think Peggy is also just so funny for no good reason. She's just just some of the like the way that she delivers lines, also her innocence. I think her innocence and Edward Scissorhands' innocence together is just so sweet and cute and funny.
Yeah, like seeing her try to sell Avon to a teenager, and
you don't think I have any money, do you?
Yes. And the whole reason that this whole story kicks off at all is because she's like, I'll go try to sell Avon at the scary mansion. Like, that's literally why this starts. I love that.
Yeah, I loved her outfit. Also, oh my God, I love that she, like, as things were progressing, as the community was getting more and more kind of aggro towards Edward, she just kept letting him cut her hair, and it kept getting shorter and shorter. I think is a way to like, no, I want you to feel important. I want you to feel like you have something to do. And so she just kept saying, will you give me another haircut?
Yeah.
Just like by the end of it, she has barely any hair.
Oh man, I do love her. And honestly, the movie, I think another reason why it works is that it ultimately is just tragic. Like, yeah, the town turns on Edward to where they have to fake his death twice. And he so desperately wanted friendship because, like, in his little TV interview, like, everything, it's clear that what's important to him is that he connected with all these people. And so now he has to just go back into his prison and live as a Scissorhand. And even Winona Ryder, like, the connection that they made, she says as an old woman, like, I never saw him again. And I'm like, he's right out the window. Like, she could have just gone there. And even that her granddaughter was like, why not? And I'm like, yeah, actually, why not? And it's just so sad, dude.
Yeah.
And I don't expect movies that are this like quirky and whimsical to have kind of a bummer ending. But I'm glad it did because it's complex. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I also don't expect movies that are so, yeah, it's just so wholesome, dude. But yeah, you're right. It is tragic at the end. I think that makes it better though. I think that makes it makes it Tim Burton that we're not getting a happily ever after.
Right. It does make it Tim Burton. And I think it makes it better in that, like, well, now the movie's made me feel something and I like this. Yeah. I like this conflict that I have inside me now. And yeah, it works.
Yeah, it really does. God, what a good movie. And you're right. I mean, it looks 80s just because like some of the outfits and some of the hair, but yeah, I think you're right. It like stands in some weird time warp. And I think that helped it age. I think like I mean, it's like 34 years old at this point, but I didn't see the age on it. I think it has done really well over the years.
Yeah.
Which is so rare at this point.
Right. It makes it out of time in a classic way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I never thought that I would have so much love and appreciation for a Johnny Depp character. What the hell?
Well, get ready for Pirates of the Caribbean Comfort Watch. Coming at you soon.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that one, honestly. Yeah, no, I love this movie. I'll continue to watch it. I think I'll also continue to recommend it. Like, it's a classic and it's a sweet story, good looking movie, great performances. Yeah.
It's an all-time great for me. Like, watching this, I'm like, this is one that I'm excited to show like my future kid this. Like,
yeah.
Sit down, we're watching a classic. You're going to love it.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to watch it again through a child's eyes because it does have this childish whimsy. You know, I just fuck with childish things. I am childish. I love nurturing my inner child.
Yeah.
I just fuck with it. And this movie has that.
Yeah.
And Tim Burton has it, but like he really has it here because I don't know. It's just charming, dude.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, shit. Dang. Well, I'm glad you loved it, dude. Movie Maven's 9 out of 10.
Okay. God. If you have a recommendation for next week's Spicy Dub, DM us on Instagram at Movie Mavens or send us an email at moviemavenspodcast@gmail.com. And that is it. Movie Mavens all the way out.